I just want to share with other people because they're so helpful.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't think I could really make any money with it.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about the business. That wasn't my motivation. It was really helping people.
Yeah.
And then later on, as I was growing, and found out, actually, you can actually make an income.
Right.
That's a decent income. That can be a really good income.
How do I get paid? It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 78. Hello, welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Kristi Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. And this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for your great wellness. Check it out at waterdistillers.com. All right, you got my attention now. How do I bring in the money?
Yeah.
How do I get paid? Okay, just for our regular viewers and listeners, this is a little bit different than normal podcast episode. We're recording this at the beginning of the year. A lot of people do a lot of reflecting on setting goals for the year, and maybe you're at a job where they're doing a review and you're going to get a pay increase. But we're going to talk about the business side of Young Living and kind of what we do to help others, with their wellness, like we talk about, mind, body, and spirit, but also getting paid for doing that.
Right.
It's a great thing. One thing I have to mention, it's a legal thing, is that attached to this podcast episode on the podcast page over at Hunt4Wellness.com, episode number 78, is the Young Living 2002 U.S. Income Disclosure Statement. It's very important whenever we're talking about the business side or, what's the income potential, that you actually, Young Living lays it right out. It tells you how many percent of what we call brand partners, we'll get into that in a little bit, and what their annual income is. And it doesn't give you names of people, but it tells you, roughly the range, what's the lowest someone at that rank makes, what's the highest they make. So, but this is a really good guide because also what I like about this is you can kind of see a range and say, some people just want to make a little money just so they can pay for their products, right?
Yeah, right.
Or maybe they want to make a car payment, or maybe you want to pay your rent or your house mortgage or whatever it is. So you can we always say, what would an extra $500 a month do for you? Well, that's just one, 500 to one person is different than 500 to another.
Right.
A lot of people, $500 would make a huge deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it could be that's a really nice car payment if you like that. So anyway, but today we're going to talk about how you get paid in Young Living. And so first of all, Young Living is a company that sells many products, right? How many products are there? Over 600
products.
Over 600. And the products are high quality. Most of them are made with or are essential oils,
right,
or infused with essential oils. I mean, that's kind of the area that they're around.
The uniqueness of Young Living and just their quality.
Yeah.
With that seed to seal promise.
Yeah. And Young Living is kind of unique in that it owns a lot of its own farms.
Right.
So they are taking it
farms, and it has some partner farms that also have to abide by the seed to seal promise. Like they sign a contract.
Yeah.
So that the products are very clean.
Yeah. And we'll put a link in the show notes over at Hunt4Wellness.com, episode number 78, to that seed to seal promise and what it is and what it's all about.
Right.
But, if you're still watching right now, it's probably because you're either already involved or you want to know how I get paid to do this kind of stuff. And the nice thing about it is that you can kind of choose how much you want to get involved. A lot of people just don't even really see it as extra income. They're going to share people their success stories of what the products they use. Yeah. And because they're excited it helped them achieve some degree of, wellness.
Right. Well, when I got involved with Young Living, I was so excited about how well these essential oils were helping me and how good I felt using these essential oils. And I just wanted to share with other people because they're so helpful.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't think I could really make any money with it.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about the business. That wasn't my motivation. It was really helping people.
Yeah.
And then later on, as I was growing, and found out, you can actually make an income.
Right.
That's a decent income. That can be a really good income.
And can give you a little bit of flexibility in life too.
Absolutely.
Because you're only putting in the hours you want to put in. You're only talking to the people you want to talk to.
Right.
And so there's a lot of flexibility, but you don't have to think like you're buying a McDonald's franchise or something in order to do this. You literally can carry a couple oils around in your purse or pocket, and then you run into somebody who's got similar issues that you had, and you can say, "Hey, this is what I used."
Yeah.
And
the peppermint supports the digestive system.
Yeah. And the other thing we should mention is that, I don't know what the percentage is, but upper 90s, most of the people who use Young Living products never share or never, they might share them with others, but they don't get paid to do it because they
are not a brand partner.
They're not a brand partner. So let's talk about that for a second. A brand partner is basically you're telling Young Living that you want to be more than a customer.
Yeah, that you want to share with other people.
And get a referral.
Yeah, get a referral.
Yeah, commission.
Commission, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, in order to get paid anything, you have to become a qualified brand partner. So there's a couple ways things that you have to do. Number one is you have to sign up for that on the website, and it's at the time of this recording, it's $14.95. It's a one-time fee you pay, and that tells Young Living, yes, you're going to be reselling or sharing with people, and that you are basically in business. That this is what you want to do. You also, when you're signing up for that, you're agreeing to their corporate terms for sharing policies and making sure you're doing things legally right.
You're following the rules.
You're not saying certain things that are going to get you in trouble.
Right, or to get the company in trouble.
Yeah, and when you first start, most people don't even really know enough about any of the products other than this is what it did for me, and I can certainly tell my own testimony.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So
that's been helpful.
Yeah. So basically, so there's a referral fee or commission that's involved once you're a brand partner and once you're qualified. So now, like in any business, there is the money that you make right away, and there's the money you make long term. That you invested in the business, and because you need to build a clientele, you need to build, people that you refer to. So Young Living actually can pay you two different ways. There's two different ways to make money. One where you can make money sooner than later, but the real opportunity comes later after you've shared with a lot of people, and maybe some of them have shared with people, and they've shared with people, and all of a sudden you're getting a commission on hundreds of people. Not just, the 5 or 10 that you share with. Right.
Because in the beginning, you get these bonuses for signing people up.
Yes.
That are larger.
Yeah. But that's for each time you do that.
Yes.
But ultimately that can grow. And then, so let's talk about the first part. It's called Fast Start Bonus. It's fairly simple. It's for any time someone comes into Young Living as a new customer, you as the person as the qualified brand partner, we'll talk about that in just a minute, what it means to qualify you. But if they purchase a certain level, what we call customer volume, CV, these are some terms you get to know. But every customer buys some products, and then a product has what's called a PV, or a product volume or product value. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in most cases, it's $1 for one PV. Not in all cases, though. There's certain cases where the dollar amount is higher and the product volume is lower. So you get paid on the product volume, not on the dollar volume.
Which is usually the wholesale price.
Yeah, of the product. So as a fast start bonus, you can make 50% of a new customer's first month purchases. And that can be like they can buy in the first week of the month, they can buy in the third week of the month. All that happens in that first month gets added up, and you can get 50% of that. So if they buy, $75 the first time they buy, and then they buy another $25 later, that's $100. For that first month, you'll get $50 if you're qualified. So here's the qualification. If you're brand new to Young Living, you need to have a certain amount of volume as a brand partner in order to qualify, right?
You need 100 PV, or actually 100 CV.
It's CV for the new peoples. It's similar though, because CV and PV are, CV is the customer's volume, PV is the product's volume, but when the customer buys it.
If the customer buys 100 PV,
yeah,
and they're underneath you, that qualifies you.
Yeah, even if you don't buy anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we encourage you to buy things.
Yeah. And you're going to want it because it's part of your testimony.
Right, and it's good stuff, but you don't have to purchase every single month. And
there's levels also you will see on that income disclosure that we talked about. There's the first 4 levels are associate, star, senior star, and executive. And all those really mean are how much customer volume you have. And there's more qualifications that we're not going to get into today on that. But for any of those 4 positions, you just need a customer volume, whether it's yours, the people under you, all to add up to 100 PV or CV. And then that would qualify you on their first month for 50% of that.
Yes, it would qualify you to get paid.
Yes.
First of all, that qualifies
you to get paid, but then you also get paid 50% of the first month customers.
Yes.
So let's use this example. Say you have someone who's brand new, their first month they do 100, and you've got another person who did 100 and it was their second month. You'd have 200 total.
Mm-hmm.
But you would get paid 50% on the 100 of the person who's first month. And then you get paid 25% of that second 100 on the person who's in their second month.
Right.
And then you actually get that for 25% on the third month as well. So the commission rates are very high for the first 3 months of a brand new customer. And that's why it's called Fast Start. So it's a great way to get started. And when you're a brand new in Young Living, sharing with people, you're really the only way that you earn money, because you haven't built a downline or haven't built a customer base of people you're getting referred on. So,
and then after that,
so months number 4 and on, then you get there is what's called a uni level, which means multiple levels of commission rate. So if you think of yourself and then someone who you brought in as a new customer, that would be your first level. Okay, you're at the top. They're at first level.
Sarah is at the first level.
Yeah, Sarah's at the first level.
And Joe is at the second.
Joe is at the second level. Sarah would get, in months 4 and on for Joe, 8% of his purchases. And say Joe introduced somebody new named Jim, and Jim would be on Sarah's second level, be on Joe's first level, but Sarah's second level. And so Sarah would get 5% on Jim. And there's differing levels below that, but that's for right now, that's all you need to know is in months 4 and on, you can earn 8, 5, down to 4%. So the levels of percentage are, for an associate, you can get 2 levels. So that's, if you have
the first level, your first person underneath you is 8%. The second person underneath you, you earn 5%.
Yep.
And the third, fourth, and fifth levels, you earn 4%.
Yeah.
So I know some people think, oh, Young Living is so expensive because they pay such high commissions. Well, you know, is 4% a high commission or 8%?
Right.
Not really. But the value comes in sharing with many people.
Yes.
And so, yes, we get a higher commission. And what Young Living did was kind of focus all their commissions on the enroller, the person that started it. Instead of spreading those commissions out over people, they focused it in on just
the person introducing it.
That did all the work to share with the new customer.
And that fast start for those first 3 months, the rate is very high. So that's very good motivation. And
it takes time. You have to educate the people.
Yes.
You
give them more time. You spend a lot more time.
You give them time. You give them handouts. You are educating.
Yeah.
That is where your time is spent.
Yeah.
Typically on your new customers and sharing with them.
And what's interesting, and this is why they're willing to pay that kind of upfront, most of the customers will just continue to buy month to month. Especially, let's just say you buy something as simple as vitamin C and vitamin D. Mm-hmm. You're not just going to take it for 1 month and be done. You know, that might be part of a regular routine. And we have people who have been, purchasing from us for how many years?
Many years.
Yeah.
And so have we. We've been using
and we
Young
use
Living almost 12 years.
Yeah, and the person who brought us in is earning commission every month for 12 years. So that's the long-term part of it. But it takes a while to build that base up because those commissions are smaller, but it's spread out over a lot more people.
Right.
Yeah.
So
anyway, just think of it that way. There's a fast start, which for months 1 is brand new person, 50%. Month 2, 25%. Month 3, 25%. And then if they're literally right below you, it's 8% on every other month. Mm-hmm. It's really nice.
And those commissions, that's the marketing. That's Young Living's
That's because
marketing
you've
cost.
shared. Yeah, the Young Living is not running TV ads and billboards and things like that. They're paying it to you because you are the marketing.
Right. And every company has marketing.
Yeah.
Otherwise they can't be in business.
Right. You see ads for new movies, you see ads for everything you buy has got an ad to it. So it's whether you're watching it on media or through a referral. And everyone knows word of mouth or referral marketing is the strongest.
It is.
That's, if you go to a restaurant and you love the food, you go out and tell everybody anyway, and the restaurant's not even paying you a commission. At Young Living, if you have a great experience with Ningxia Red and it changes how you feel, and you go out and tell others, and you're a brand partner, again, you have to pay the $14.95 in order to receive checks.
That's $14.95.
One time. Yeah. One time. And then, when these people buy, you're going to get, and they use your, basically you just get a number and you give them your referral number.
Right.
It's really pretty simple. They don't buy any product from you directly. They go to the website and order, but they've been given your number, and so you're just going to get that month over month over month. There's also an additional promotion, which is if your brand new customer in their first month buys a premium starter bundle, you can get the starter bundle bonus, which is an additional $25 on top of the 50% of their product volume.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really how you get paid. I mean, there are also a bunch of other bonuses and incentives as you move up and are in the business longer and have more people under you and you increase the rank. But all you really need to focus on are and this is like you've been in a long time, you're at a higher rank, but you're still referring people one-on-one.
Right, and I love that.
Yeah, and maybe you do 4 or 6 new people a month you get in. You get that 50% the first month, 25 the second month, 25 the third month, and 8% from there on. But you talk about that and you multiply it by hundreds of people, it adds up. Right. And that's what makes it a really great way to get paid. And people use things like social media, and you don't have to even be really salesy about it. You can go on social media and say, oh, I drank this morning and I feel fantastic. I start every day off with it. Mm-hmm. And you don't even say, call me to buy it or whatever. People who are curious will say, yeah, that's interesting. Especially people who know you are going to say, what do you mean? What is that stuff? And you say, well, here's, it's really easy. If you want to get it, here's my number. Go on to the website and you can order it and get shipped right to them.
So I think what's important to know is even if you're just sharing with a couple people, it's really, you're not going to get paid unless you become a brand partner.
Yes, and be qualified.
Yes.
You need that 100 customer volume right when you're starting.
So it's either your 100 that you purchase or between yours and your customers.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, many people just want to share with a few friends and family. Yeah. And that's great. Do share, but become a brand partner so you can get a check.
Yeah, right. And you never know, you might introduce it to somebody and they may become a brand partner and they may tell the world.
Right.
So you don't know that.
Right.
But, all you have to really focus on is just sharing with the people you know, and, you don't have to talk to strangers. It's just sharing your own experiences and getting paid for it.
And often people start out with, well, I don't want to share that much, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But then they find that they love it. Yeah. They love sharing. They love the community.
Yeah.
They love, there's many benefits to it. You really gain more understanding and understand more about health and wellness and just how the body functions. Yeah. And so there's a lot of benefits we could go into, but then they decide they want to share more. But some people do that and some people don't.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this company is that, again, over 90% of the people are just customers. Right. And they buy the product. They're not in the business. They don't have to sell anything to anyone. They're just using the product.
Because it's a good product.
It's a good product, right. So it's only those who want to share it with other people and want to get paid for it. And, so no one's forcing you to sell so much a month or do so much a month. There's no quotas. There's no boss breathing down your neck or anything like that. Literally, if you use the product, that's why we typically say people just try it. Try the products and you'll be able to sell it yourself if you.
Well, they kind of sell them.
They really do sell themselves when you have an experience with it.
When you try them, yeah. So, and we are here to, if this is something that interests you, please reach out, and we're happy to have a dialogue, discuss things with you, and see what works for you, what's good for you.
You can do that by going over to Hunt4Wellness.com. There's a blue connect button. Just put it in there, say I want to connect, and we'll reach out to you by email or phone, whatever, and just have a quick conversation with you. Also, if you have questions on the product or the company, or, I'm suspicious about this or that, or just answer us. We've been around as brand partners for 11 years, and we've talked to a lot of people. We've been out, we've visited the farms, we've been out to the corporate headquarters, so the company is very legitimate. And again, they're great products, worth sharing. That's really, again, like Kristi was saying, she did this to help other people, not to make money. But the money came along, and as long as you're qualified and you're a brand partner and you're sharing anyway, why not get paid for it?
Right.
So, all right. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Again, a little bit different episode than normal, but this episode is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for your great wellness. Check it out at waterdistillers.com. And then come back next time. We'll have one of our episodes where we're going to talk about mind, body, and or spirit right here on Hunt for Wellness.